Hi, rise and shine, everyone. It's 6 a.m. and a little humid out there, 79 degrees. And we really hope you enjoyed those showers over the weekend because I think they're going to kind of go away. We're going to check in with Justin very soon.
Live from KSAT 12, Good Morning San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning, everyone. It's 6 o'clock on your Monday, July 29th. And yes, we definitely got spoiled with all those July showers. Even weird to say, July showers in San Antonio, South Texas.
Super nice. And it rained so much yesterday that when I was out going to a kid's birthday party, I knew we were going to be inside in the AC.
Nice.
I took a jacket, and I'm glad I did in the middle of July.
Wow, definitely, yes. And Justin Horn joins us now. And Justin, it's been a good month.
It has. It really has. We set a record yesterday for most rainfall in a day for that day. So, I mean, it's been such a great stretch. It's all coming to an end. Hate to be very bad news on a Monday, but here we are.
Yes.
Don't blame the messenger, all right? We have some showers out there at this hour. Most of this is out across the northwest hill country, northwest side of Bexar County. Not a lot within the city, so I don't think your morning commute is going to be that affected, but Alex Gomez has reported a few showers here and there on the northwest side. Starting to see a few there, far northwestern Bexar County, Bandera, Medina. These are all quick moving showers though, and they won't have a big effect on our forecast. Let's look at some of the weather headlines. So the heat high, it's back, unfortunately, so that means some hotter temperatures are ahead, drier weather, of course. And then the dust. Saharan dust makes an arrival on Wednesday. It's going to be a pretty thick plume. We'll talk more about that. And the tropics are active again. We've got an area out in the Atlantic that we've got to watch as it does forecast to move towards the Gulf. We'll have some information on that. But in the meantime, today we'll see clouds early and then some clearing this afternoon. 94 is where we end up. The heat index will be probably up around 100. There's a ton of moisture still in the soil, so it's allowing for some pretty high humidity levels and for a lot of mosquitoes too, so heads up there. Again, we'll talk about the extended forecast in just a couple minutes, but let's get back to RJ now with a check on the traffic.
All right, Justin, yes, you were about to step outside on your Monday mornings, taking a look here at a couple of different things that we're following. We do have a crash being reported at I-35 at 37 right there, downtown area, and it looks like we have at least one of the main lanes blocked in this area. We'll continue to gather a little bit more information on this. Let's go ahead and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez as he's hitting the streets for us this morning. Happy Monday, Alex. Hopefully the coffee's already kind of hitting a little bit and people are getting on the roads.
Yeah, good morning, RJ. It's Monday, so as of right now, this is already my second cup of coffee, which is much needed because the roadways has a little bit of problems right now. So I'm also headed to that crash that you mentioned downtown, 35 northbound, right at the 281-37 interchange. I'm gonna go check things out over there. Road conditions, well, it varies. Like Justin was saying, the west-northwest side on 1604, a lot more wet of a road in that area than what I saw on 410 and over here in the downtown area. A lot drier roads over here, so be careful out there, RJ.
All right, Alex, as he makes his way through 281 there, a little always tricky there with some of those curves. Hey, he's talking about the northwest side happening today. This northwest side big construction project will officially start. Crews are starting to improve the sidewalks and creating better bus stop access for all the pedestrians in that area. This construction will be on Wurzbach Road from I-10 to Fredericksburg Road, but they're doing this in phases. So the first phase is going to be on Bluemel Road, closer to I-10. So not the entire stretch of highway we're going to be talking about construction, but again, this will all be done in phases. Two-way traffic is expected to be maintained at all time. Businesses and their parking lots, that will still be accessible for drivers and pedestrians, but this project is going to last a while. It's expected to be finished by the beginning of next year. We will have more information on this as we continue to get through when it comes to some of our traffic. Stephanie?
Thank you, RJ. Well, a San Antonio police officer is still in the hospital after she was shot several times while responding to a domestic violence call over the weekend. Now, this happened inside an apartment complex on Patricia Drive yesterday morning, just south of West Avenue and Blanco Road. Now, when the officers got into the apartment, a man with a rifle who police say abused a woman started shooting at them. Now, police tell us that the officers returned fire and got out of the apartment and realized one of them had been shot. Now, the injured officer was rushed to the hospital and underwent surgery. The San Antonio Police Department SWAT team eventually went back into the apartment and found that suspect dead. So far, it's not clear whether he was killed by the initial group of officers or if he took his own life. A woman found at the scene also walked away with minor injuries. And we would like to remind you, if you or someone you know is in an abusive situation, you can scan this QR code on your screen, or you can visit our website, KSAT.com, for a full list of resources available to you.
And this morning, San Antonio police say a suspect who killed a teen during a drug deal Friday night is still on the loose and still out there. Investigators have identified the victim as 17-year-old Jeffrey Roland Schaefer. He was shot in the 900 block of East Dueling Court on the city's southeast side. So far, police have not given us any information yet about his killer. The teen was with one other person who ran away from that scene. Police caught up with that person, detained them for questioning.
Well, happening today, Texas firefighters are getting ready to deploy to Northern California.
All right, this is a massive fire that's been going on out there. It has scorched an area larger than the size of Los Angeles. This thing is huge. Devin Karp is here with us with an update as we get some local help, right, Devin, from Governor Greg Abbott. Morning, Devin.
Absolutely. You know, it's a big deal that this so-called park fire is putting millions of people under air quality alerts, and thousands of firefighters are having to work around the clock to contain it. Now, in order to get it under control, Governor Greg Abbott has authorized some state resources to head to Northern California to help the first responders there. We've got 100 Texas firefighters, along with 25 of their engines and vehicles, are set to join the front lines in California. In a statement, Governor Abbott said, in part, Texans understand the urgency of responding to wildfires, and our country is stronger when we come together in a time of crisis. You can see that quote right there on your screen. We're still reaching out to SAF to see how many of our local fires are going to go, and we're hoping to hear back soon. We'll be following up on their progress and when they could be coming back as soon as we can. RJ and Steph.
Evan. Well, in your morning headlines, U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken says the United States has serious concerns about the announced result of Venezuela's hotly contested presidential election that authorities say was won by incumbent Nicolas Maduro. Speaking in Tokyo shortly after the announcement was made, Blinken said the U.S. was concerned that the result reflected neither the will nor the votes of the Venezuelan people. He called for election officials to publish the full results transparently, immediately, and says the U.S. and the international community would respond accordingly.
All right, this is a pretty crazy survival story here. We're now hearing from two divers who survived nearly 40 hours stranded off the Texas coast. Nathan and Kim Maker are from Oklahoma and were scuba diving with a group off the Texas coast when we got some of that bad weather. Nathan and Kim both are experienced divers, but they were swept away from their group and their boat. The Coast Guard launched a full search within hours of their disappearance. The couple said that they could hear the planes overhead as they tried to stay warm.
As our body temperatures were dropping, we needed to keep swimming or we probably would have frozen to death. So he made it into a game and he was, 1, 2, 3 amigos, and we would kick for a little while.
I cannot even imagine what they're going through here. So they spent nearly 2 full days at sea, and Nathan and Kim were finally spotted in the water, signaling SOS with their flashlights. Incredible survival story there.
And before we go to break, a 12-year-old boy from Long Island, New York is getting ready for college. So Suborno Bari plans to double major in math and physics. He graduated from high school this past June and will be going to NYU, where he says he is also excited for extracurricular activities like sports. So he says he hopes to be an educator someday like his parents and would like to run for president in the year 2048. Well, he's got a head start.
Yeah,
there.
He definitely has that. A lot of high hopes. And I mean, this is impressive stuff. I couldn't even get past the 1 degree.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
12-year-old prepares for college.
Yeah. At 12, I think I was still just checking out like cartoons, maybe.
Same here.
Yeah. That young man is going to do some big things.
Yes.
2048. He's already starting the campaign.
I know. Congrats for sure. Time now 6:09 and 79 degrees for now.
All right, we're talking about chicken wings coming up next. Today is a great day for them. We're going to let you know how you can celebrate National Chicken Wing Day with discounts and free wings in the San Antonio area coming up before 6:30.
And after the break, it's almost time for some hitting at Cowboys training camp. We're going to check out the schedule for both the boys and the Houston Texans in just moments.
All right, got some football action out there as we take a look outside. Live cam, the city of San Antonio on a Monday morning. Traffic moving pretty good there. We will check in with Justin and also Alex Gomez for the latest on the conditions out there as we get ready to start your work week.
Hi, welcome back. It's 6:13. Well, the Dallas Cowboys are getting ready for their first week in pads out at training camp in Oxnard, California.
Beautiful Oxnard. Check out Jalen Tolbert right there. All right, they are off today, but they are getting back to work tomorrow. It'll be the first time that they put on the pads since training camp opened up this weekend. Head coach Mike McCarthy was asked if that's when it gets real, since players haven't been hitting or in pads for a while.
So I think when you can truly get into a full practice, and see these guys, kind of push the limits, I think that'll, come to fruit, come to light more. So yeah, because Tuesday and Wednesday practice are still pretty limited.
Mike McCarthy got that football talk coach right there. All right, so here's the schedule for the rest of this week. Of course, they are off today, but they will be in pads. First practice in pads is tomorrow morning. Thursday, the team will have a mock game, a mock scrimmage, and then practice Friday and Saturday. And we are already talking about preseason games. That is 2 weeks away on August 11th against the LA Rams.
Well, on the injury front, Cowboys defensive end Sam Williams will suffered a torn ACL in his left knee on Sunday, is out for the season. So the third-year defensive lineman suffered the injury during special teams drill. Yeah, it was a non-contact thing. Tough news there for Sam Williams. Okay, how about the Texans? Here's what their training camp schedule is looking like this upcoming week. It's morning 9 a.m. practices today and tomorrow. Then Wednesday, they will leave for the Hall of Fame game, which is Thursday, 7 o'clock. You can see that right here on KSAT 12. Then Saturday, the Hall of Fame enshrinement at 11 a.m. Good stuff out there for the Texans. And to some quick Spurs news, we have learned that Sean Elliott has been in the hospital after his Apple Watch detected signs of atrial fibrillation. So now cardiologists with the Methodist Healthcare San Antonio conducted multiple tests on Elliott and shocked his heart back into rhythm with a procedure known as cardioversion. So the 56-year-old is currently resting and in good spirits. So thanks to Sean and his family for the pick. So we know he's okay. Looking good, Sean.
He's always in good spirits, so we do expect Sean to come back stronger than ever. Of course, he went through the kidney transplant. So yeah, Sean's definitely a fighter, and he'd love to hear him as part of the Spurs broadcast as well.
Yes, we do. So get better, Sean.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's check out our traffic right now as we take a look at some of our TransGuide traffic cameras out there. Taking a look at 3537. This is going to be a trouble spot for us. 35 northbound right there. We have at least one of the main lanes blocked on the right-hand corner there. So again, 35 northbound at 37. Have an accident reported by TxDOT right now. Let's go and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He's in the roads for us in Drive Cam, Alex, and he is stuck in some traffic. Alex, where are you at?
Yeah, this is the traffic that you're going to see on that accident you just mentioned, 35 northbound. There's actually two different crashes. One's right at that 37-35 interchange. Another one, 35 north at Brooklyn. So again, two separate crashes with those right lanes being blocked. But this is all taking place on that upper level. If you're coming in from the south side and you need to go 35 northbound, try and stay on that lower level. It's going to be way faster than what you're looking at right now, RJ.
Yes, so any help that we could get for our drivers out there would definitely be useful. And be careful, Alex. It looks like people are kind of doing their zippering kind of.
Yeah.
That's what it's called, I think, when people try and zipper in and out of highways.
Be nice. Let people in.
Yeah.
It's Monday. Come on.
Especially our Alex. Yeah.
Yes.
Be nice to our Alex. He's a nice guy.
Definitely. Speaking of a nice guy.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you. It's been a good week. It's the rain came in over the weekend. We got some yesterday. Got some heavy rain in spots. It was good. It's all starting to come to an end. I'm sorry to say, but I think if we're looking long term, the good news here is that heat high comes over us, but it doesn't stay. It moves right along again, so we'll have some more chances down the line, just not this week. As we look outside for you right now, 79 at the airport, 79 New Braunfels. Bernie, 73. We've got southerly winds this morning. It's humid. It's cloudy, but most of the rain's starting to move out. We had some showers earlier, especially on the northwest side of San Antonio. These are starting to kind of dwindle. Still a few left up around Kerrville and Comfort. Still could be some wet roads up there, but we're not detecting many wet roads here around San Antonio. It's a pretty quiet commute with regards to weather, at least. Here's a look at the futurecast, and it does take away those showers, but as we move towards noontime, we may see some activity develop east of San Antonio. I suspect it'll stay east of town, so I'm leaving out rain chances for the most part here in San Antonio. But if you're watching us from Hallettsville, LaGrange, Victoria, you certainly could see one or two more showers today. But that's kind of the last of it, because after today, high pressure really does start to build in. With that being said, our area lakes are still rising very slowly at this point, but we're up 5.9 feet since last week at this time at Medina Lake, and that's because of all the rain. It's still benefiting. And then Canyon Lake, we don't want to forget about that lake either, and it's up 1.8 feet. Not as much, it's more regulated, but the good news is that it is moving in the right direction as well. The rivers, all of our waterways doing much better after those rains. So our forecast today, some clouds this morning, noontime 86, and then we're getting up to 94 this afternoon. The feels like number anywhere from 102 to 103. So much humidity out there. Yeah, that feels like the heat index is going to be around later today and really much of this week. So as we look at the futurecast here in the big picture, the upper level winds, there's our heat high. And it kind of wobbles around, but for the most part, it's in control of our weather. It's going to take until probably Friday for this to move far enough to the north and west. And it does move that it may open up the door once again for some rain chances late in the weekend. In the meantime, we're going to have a good plume of dust coming in, and that arrives on Wednesday. We've been talking about this all morning, but I want to make sure people know it is going to be hazy, and there's enough here perhaps that it affects your allergies and stuff like that. Really, it's a one-day thing, I think. Wednesday, maybe into Thursday, and then the dust will start to dissipate. So the extended forecast here, we're going to go mid-90s today, but we start to transition into the upper 90s by midweek. There are those hazy skies Wednesday and Thursday, and then by the weekend, yes, upper 90s, but we get to add some rain chances back into the forecast by Sunday.
We will definitely take that, and good to see Medina Lake.
Yeah.
Getting up there.
I mean, it's not much.
Yes.
It's not a huge rise. It's certainly not going to fill up, but at least it is something. And it's been a long time since we can even say that.
Yeah.
And we know it'll be, dry for a little bit, but maybe we're hoping to keep our fingers crossed for August and September,
sure,
which could still be hot.
September and October often are good months for us rain-wise. So,
okay.
Yes.
We'll take it. Thank you.
All right, 621 right now, 79 degrees outside.
Just ahead, we are learning new details on the assassination attempt on former President Donald Trump from the local SWAT team assigned to protect him. That's next in your GMA First.
The darkness of bipolar depression made me feel like I was losing interest in the things I love. Then I found a chance to let in the light.
Discover Capilita. Unlike some medicines that only treat bipolar 1, Capilita is proven to deliver significant symptom relief from both bipolar 1 and 2 depression. And in clinical trials, movement disorders and weight gain were not common.
Capilita can cause serious side effects. Call your doctor about sudden mood changes, behaviors, or suicidal thoughts right away. Antidepressants may increase these risks in young adults. Elderly dementia patients have increased risk of death or stroke. Capilita is not approved for dementia-related psychosis. Report fever, confusion, or stiff muscles which may be life-threatening, or uncontrolled muscle movements which may be permanent. Common side effects include sleepiness, dizziness, nausea, and dry mouth. These aren't all the side effects.
In the darkness of bipolar 1 and 2 depression, Capilita can help you let in the light. Ask your doctor about Capilita. Find savings and support at capilita.com.
In this morning's GMA First Look, the local SWAT team assigned to help protect former President Trump during his Pennsylvania rally is speaking out for the first time since the assassination attempt.
We were supposed to get a face-to-face briefing with the Secret Service snipers whenever they arrived, and that never happened. So I think that was probably a pivotal point where I started thinking things were wrong, because that never happened, and we had no communication with the Secret Service.
Text messages between local snipers show they noticed Thomas Matthew Crooks at 4:26 p.m., nearly 2 hours before the attempted assassination that would injure Trump, kill a man, and severely hurt 2 others.
You had no communication with the Secret Service at all on that Saturday?
No, not until after the shooting, I believe. Yeah.
And by then?
It was too late.
And coming up at 7 a.m., more on the signs the SWAT team says were missed that day. With your GMA First Look, I'm Aaron Katursky, ABC News, New York.
Well, in your morning consumer headlines, finding songs just got easier on TikTok. The platform's new feature lets users find songs by singing or humming them, similar to Shazam and YouTube Music. So sound search is currently available to select users on TikTok. A wide release is expected soon.
Yep, I was going to say that. Sounds like Shazam. All right, Hollywood now. RDJ, Robert Downey Jr. is back for more Avengers films. This was a huge reveal at Comic-Con on Saturday. Marvel announced that Robert Downey Jr. would return to the franchise as the classic Fantastic Four villain, Dr. Doom. He's slated to be a part of at least 2 upcoming movies, Avengers Doomsday, which is due out in May 2026, as well as Avengers Secret Wars, that is expected in May of 2027. Of course, Robert Downey Jr. helped launch the Marvel Cinematic Universe with his iconic portrayal of Iron Man back in 2008. Cannot believe it's already been 2000. that long since he played Iron Man, but I love Robert Downey Jr.
I do too. Glad to see him back. And right now on KSAT.com, it is never a bad time to eat wings, especially on, Justin, National Chicken Wing Day. Several restaurants will be offering discounts and free wings today, so you can grab a bite or 2 at restaurants like Wingstop, Pluckers, and Whataburger. So we're going to have all those deals listed right now on our website at KSAT.com.
I can't wait till after the show this morning when Justin comes back after he's picked up some food and he took total advantage of
with wings.
The discounts for National Wing Day. Yeah, and you like discounts too.
I do.
Yes, we do. Well, time now 6:27 and 79 degrees for now.
Hey, we are taking a look at the roads right now. Drive cam and Alex looks like he's already out of that mess there at 35 at 281, 35 at 37 as well. So we'll check in with him in just a little bit. All right, welcome back. We are taking you outside with live cam right now. And unfortunately, y'all, that summer heat is making a comeback. We got spoiled in July with all that rain and yeah, should be an interesting week moving forward.
You look like you're going to miss the rain.
I know. I'm already sad over here. I'm just going to be sad.
I know. But, well, we did enjoy the rain, and it did bring the temperatures down as well. So we hope that it'll help in the long run.
Yes, that to me was the biggest thing, just the temps itself. I mean, I do enjoy the rain, but just the temperaters, that was really nice.
Positives across the board.
Yes.
It was all good. Our lakes filled up, our rain gauges filled up, our grass is green. Need I go on? There was one negative. There is one negative, and they pointed out here in the KSAT Connect.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
Mosquitoes.
That's true.
Oh my gosh, if you've been outside with a mosquito, they're like swarming.
You could get some big ones too.
They're happy right now.
Big ones, yeah. They're out and about.
Well, we'll take the mosquitoes if it means we get rain, I think. There's the picture with you can't see the mosquitoes, but you see the beautiful sunset there yesterday. So we appreciate the picture as always. So where are we at for the year? We're at 19.45. That's a good number because the average is 18.37. We are now an inch above average here in San Antonio, at least at the airport. Some places are even above that. The one spot that desperately needs some rain is Del Rio. They are now 8 inches below average, 2.23 for the year. So we need some rain out west. It's not going to come this week. Looking like a dry week for us as high pressure builds in. We'll end up around 94 this afternoon. Partly cloudy. It'll feel warmer than that. Heat indices will be up around 100 for most of us. And then we got to talk about some dust that'll be headed our way midweek. More on that in just a couple of minutes. Plus, we're going to look at the tropics too. But traffic starting to pick up. I-35 still a problem, RJ?
Yes, so we have a couple of things there, 35 right now. And as we mentioned a little bit earlier, we had a pretty big backup out there for our drivers coming up. 281 going to 37. So this is going to be 35 northbound right there at 37. Now we have multiple emergency vehicles on the scene. Looks like we have a tow truck that's going to remove one of these vehicles that was involved in this crash that has certainly been backing up traffic for quite some time now for all of our drivers coming in from the southeast side going up to the downtown area. Let's go ahead and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He has been out and about on the roads for us. And at last check, we saw Alex over at a streetlight. Now it looks like he's back in the mix. Alex, what can you tell us?
Yeah, this is my second round on that accident backup, and it's actually worse than I thought. There's 2 separate crashes on 35 northbound in the downtown area. One 35 north at the 281 interchange. That's affecting the lower level of 35. The other crash is affecting the upper level. That one's 35 north at Brooklyn Avenue. So both levels, the right lanes are going to be blocked right now. But you know what? It's okay, RJ, because I still have my coffee. The only thing I need now is some chicken wings.
There you go, man. Yes. Do you have a favorite flavor, my friend? Are you barbecue guy? Maybe some lemon pepper? What's your go-to?
More tangy.
Okay. Yeah.
If it's tangy, buffalo, garlic parmesan.
Ooh.
There we go.
Okay, there you go.
Sounds wonderful.
Yes, definitely. All right, Alex, we will check back in with him in just a little bit. He's got the coffee going and, of course, talking about National Chicken Wing Day. Be patient if you're about to be out there on the roads right now. All right, well, happening later today, President Joe Biden will be in Austin up the road later this afternoon. The president is headed to the Lyndon B. Johnson Presidential Library to commemorate the 60th anniversary of the Civil Rights Act. So this was originally scheduled for July 15th, but of course was postponed following the assassination attempt of former President Donald Trump. Our very own Steve Spriester will be up there all day reporting live from Austin on the president's trip at the LBJ Library.
And happening today, everyone who lives in the Uvalde area can get a free vision screening today and tomorrow. So July is Healthy Vision Month, and our health center on Evans Road near West Main Street in Uvalde will be offering the free service this morning. So the event starts at 9 a.m. and it's going to go on until 3 p.m. in the afternoon today and tomorrow. So it's also on a first come, first serve basis, so you don't have to sign up online.
Well, this is really cool here. A Southside family going all out this weekend to make sure that kids in their community are getting ready to go back to school. The Mendoza family started their back to school giveaway event 2 years ago to ease the burden on those families in the South Side and help the kids have a little fun. So this past weekend, they gave away 500 backpacks filled with all kinds of school supplies, free haircuts. You see that right there from our local barbers, and did some braiding there as well. They also had dental care booths, free food and drinks, face painting, and even a petting zoo there. The event coordinator says the need to give back started at a young age.
I always had friends that, didn't have everything that I had. So, my parents just showed me to always give back. And when I had it, and I did, so I made this event.
So Amanda Mendoza said that it took months of planning and over 1,000 people came out to the event, which is actually twice as many as last year. Okay, and we've been talking about this. We were even talking about this during the break. I know Justin said that he was mowing some yards. I think that was his first job.
Yeah, not bad.
Yes. Do you guys remember what your first job was and how it felt to get that first paycheck?
Yes, it was exciting because that's your own money.
Yes.
Well, 20 students at Bernie ISD got to experience that neat feeling this summer, and they were part of the district's paid internship program.
They tell our Petty Santos that they got a true appreciation for learning life skills and, of course, money management.
I enjoy that type of work. I enjoy physical stuff.
It's a sense of pride for earning your own paycheck.
Truett Nieto and Evan Saunders both had their very first paid jobs over the summer. Truett, a sophomore in the technology department, was focused on getting laptops and computers ready for the start of the school year, while 16-year-old Evan in the maintenance department spent his time learning how to mix concrete, do electrical work, and move desks around to get classrooms ready.
I enjoyed painting a lot. That was one of the first things I did. It's fun, it's enjoyable, and it's a good life skill to have as well.
They're part of a group of 20 district interns who were paid to have an opportunity to learn new skills and explore careers.
There's not really any shops that do painting rooms or mixing concrete or figuring out how breakers work or what they do, or changing oil in a car. And that's good stuff to learn because it's just good life skills to have.
This is really my first job, so I'm just kind of learning what I like and what I want to do for work, as well in the type of environment I want to work for.
And what about that paycheck? Well, it's teaching them money management.
I'm saving my whole paycheck, yeah. I don't really have much to spend it on, so yeah.
I recently got my first check and I was a little shocked by the amount because I've never had that much in my bank account.
So it was really cool to hear from these kids who say this really helped them explore life skills like learning how to change the oil in a car, which many of our kids really don't know how to do. And the district has been doing this for some time. They intend to continue to do that. And then some of the students that we talked with say they want to come back next year, maybe do something else within that district. But I have been asking some folks in the newsroom about what their first jobs were at HEB. Somebody worked at their grocery store in their small town. So a lot of us remember what it was like, but our producer just pointed out they're going to have to learn about taxes too, right?
Yes.
It's all part of the learning process.
It is all part of the learning process.
Like, what? Where's this money going? I thought I was making this much per hour. Yeah.
So we know Justin started with mowing lawns. And then you said you were dressing up as a fish?
Yes, it was part of the Learn to Swim program out there in El Paso. Shout out to 915. But yeah, I used to dress up as a fish and go to like Peter Piper pizzas or like these like private pool parties and basically just kind of endorse or kind of promote the program. And we were paid in pizza slices.
That sounds fun though.
Don't you think we should see a picture? I feel like
I know. I hope you have
this married to
pictures.
Yes, yeah.
Well, maybe we'll see some pictures.
I'm gonna have to bring those up at some point. Your job?
Oh yeah. So my first job was at Wendy's, and well, wow, why did I get a close up? But I did.
Story time with Stephanie.
I did get in trouble. I did get in trouble
for eating the fries.
No, for being too generous with the Frosties.
What?
Because well, the way I was making them is like as if it were for me, and so I would just like I guess like
you put more than what probably they needed.
And so one of the managers was like, this is not Dairy Queen, and he whacked it off.
Whoa.
And then the customer got mad at him.
Okay. Wow.
All right, we're not allowing you to on the Frosty machine anymore.
No.
Yeah. Oh man, I wish I would have gotten just a couple of Frosties from you back in the day. That would have been awesome.
Yeah, you would have got a good one.
Yeah, 6:39 right now and 79 degrees outside.
And just ahead, the Olympics are underway in Paris with some San Antonio flavor. We're going to check in on some Olympians from our area and take another look at the medal count so far.
Welcome back. We're having some fun on a Monday morning talking about old jobs, but now it's time to talk about the Olympics. Did you see that dunk that Wemby did on Saturday where he was like a Space Jam dunk?
I hope
it
I get
was
to see the
one of the
replay
coolest
of that.
things. Yes. Well, the Olympics are underway as talented athletes from around the globe compete for their countries out there in Paris.
That's right. And some of that world-class talent comes from right here in San Antonio. Our Devin Karp shows us some of the hometown heroes to look out for. Hey, good morning, Devin.
Yeah, good morning, guys. It's a pretty cool time. I mean, I've always loved watching the Olympics and just sitting at home and be like, yeah, I definitely can't do that. That's not for me. That's not for me. But there are two members of Team USA that officially call San Antonio home. One is four-time Olympian Keith Sanderson, who's competing in the men's 25-meter rapid-fire pistol shooting competition. He went to John Marshall High School before spending 8 years in the Marines and 8 more years in the Army. Now, his best Olympic finish was 5th place at the 2008 Olympic Games in Beijing. Fred Curley, now that's another local guy competing, and there's a good chance he could bring back some gold for Team USA. Curley competes in track and field and brought home a silver medal to the States from the Summer Olympics in Tokyo 3 years ago. Now, Curley was born in San Antonio, attended South Plains College in Levelland before landing on the track field team at Texas A&M. And while these local athletes may not be competing for Team USA, we're still proud of them. Alex Hudson, a Steele High School and Texas Tech alum, will be running track and field for Team Jamaica. He'll be running the 200-meter dash. UTSA will also have some rep in there as well, with pole vaulter Anika Newell competing for Team Canada and hurdler Alan Yukic showing up for Team Australia. And of course, we can't wait to forget about our big man, Victor Wemby, playing basketball for Team France. He's already made some massive plays in Paris, winning against Team Brazil this weekend. His team's going to be going up against Team Japan tomorrow morning. Now, another SA local heading to Paris is Aki Apencia. She's a boxer who will be representing the Pacific nation of Tonga. Our Nick Mantis spoke with her earlier in the month, where she expressed how much of an honor it is to represent her country, especially as the nation's first female Olympic boxer. You can find our story journaling her chronicles to Paris on KSAT.com. And it's certainly a busy day at the Olympics. There are 24 events going to be going on throughout the day. Just to name, just a few. We've got archery, women's basketball, volleyball, boxing, diving, fencing, swimming, and table tennis. And that's not even half of the list that I was able to find, guys.
Wow, that's a lot
of activity, yes.
Speaking of a lot, here is our Paris Games medal tracker. So Japan and Australia both have 4 gold medals. However, the U.S. leads the world with 12 medals, 3 gold, 6 silver, 3 bronze. And France has 8 total medals so far. A lot of fun to watch.
Yeah, absolutely, yes. China's got 5 golds now. Okay, yeah, that auto.
Nice.
Okay, I got to ask, do y'all have like a favorite Olympic sport to watch? I always did archery as a kid growing up, so that's one of my favorites.
To watch growing up? I like the swimming.
Yeah. Okay,
what about you?
Yeah, I just get into, obviously, gymnastics, some of the bigger ones, but I do like watching the obscure ones. I was watching some badminton highlights. Those guys are going crazy crazy back and
Going
forth.
for it.
There was like a mountain biking thing that I just started watching for like 5 minutes yesterday. Yeah, it's all the above. It's like you get to see all these different sports and get to see the dedication that these athletes have. And then, it was pretty cool stuff there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. Of course, the gymnastics and the basketball.
Yes.
We love basketball.
Can't beat that.
And Justin, you're talking about breakdancing.
Wemby was awesome.
That too.
Breakdancing. I want to see that.
Skateboarding.
Yeah.
Yes. All right.
Very nice.
All right. Let's go on to our traffic right now because we have seen some pretty good backups there. Thank you very much, Devin, especially in the downtown area. But it looks like we are starting to see things move here. 35 northbound, 37. All right. This is a good sign out there for all of our drivers that are going to be headed out to the downtown area right now. Let's go and check in with photojournalist Alex Gomez. He's been in this mess for the better part of about 15-20 minutes, but it looks like we have got smooth sailing. Alex, how are things going, my man?
Well, good morning, RJ. I'm checking out things on the northeast side. This is going to be 410 near 281 interchange. So this side of town looking pretty good, but I am going to make my way back into the downtown area just to see how things are shaping up again.
All right. Thank you very much, Alex. You know, if there was an Olympic sport for navigating the highways, Alex would be the gold medalist.
Yes,
right
a strong competitor.
Gold winner right there.
Yes.
And I saw in some of his shots, he had cloud cover there. We're going to start off with some clouds, but we end up with some sun this afternoon. It's going to get hot, and here's why. Our heat high is back. It's starting to settle in over Texas, and that's going to bring those hot temperatures. El Paso, 102 today, 99 Abilene, 99 Dallas. We're at 94, not too bad, but it's going to feel pretty hot with the heat index up near 100. A lot of the nation's midsection will see some hot temperatures today, and the heat comes down a little bit out west where they have just been smoking hot. 104 in Las Vegas, 107 in Phoenix today. That's actually improvement. Forecast for us, 86 noontime, make our way up to 94. That feels like number, though, anywhere from 102 to 103. With partly cloudy skies. Futurecast shows that, yes, we do have a few showers out across the hill country this morning. Those will really start to go away as we head towards midday. Now, by the afternoon, we could certainly see a few showers east of San Antonio. I think that's probably where they stay. Don't know that we'll see much here in town. And those will start to go away by the late afternoon. And after today, the radar is going to be really pretty quiet for the rest of the work week, so don't expect much out there. As we look at the tropics, now we talked about the dust last half hour. That's coming in on Wednesday. But the tropics are really starting to heat up. As you go out into the Pacific, several areas here that the Hurricane Center is watching, those will all move out into the open Pacific should they develop. In the Atlantic, though, we have a system that's actually out here but shows some signs of development as it moves west. Right now, the area that it could affect, pretty large, but Florida, certainly Cuba needs to be on the lookout. Over the next week or so, there's about a 50% chance of development with this wave. And there's not much to it right now, as I said, but as it moves into a more favorable area, there could be some development there. And I don't think it would have an effect here in Texas, but certainly worth watching. It's that time of year, and we are going to keep a close eye on the tropics all summer long because it is forecast to be active. 94 today, as I said, 96 Tuesday, 97 Wednesday. That's when some of that Saharan dust starts to work in. And we'll see some hazy skies both Wednesday and Thursday. And then a lot of heat. Close to 100 Friday, Saturday, but look, that's actually pretty average. And then by Sunday, the heat high moves away again, and we may start to bring some rain chances back in. So the good news there is that heat high is there for several days, but it doesn't look like it's going to park itself. And that's a good thing.
That is good news. Thank you, Justin.
All right, 6:50 right now, 79 degrees outside.
Look out there with live cam. Yeah, not too bad right now, and I'm glad Justin said those clouds are going to hang on just a little bit longer, so at least we'll have a decent morning, right? We'll be right back.
Being in the military for so long, this gave me an opportunity to represent my country in a whole different perspective.
A U.S. Army veteran who lives in Bernie is heading to his first Paralympics games this summer in Paris. So today on GMSA at 9, Tiffany Huertas will introduce us to Jason Tabansky and what it means to him to represent his country at the Paralympics.
Yeah, the Paralympics always take place after the Olympics in the same city, so great to see some local representation there. All right, let's go to our traffic scene right now as we take a look real quick here at TransGuide. And again, we have cleared out that crash. 3537, that was the biggest thing that we have been seeing happening over the past 30 minutes or so. Want to let you guys know about a construction project, though, that's taking place on the northwest side. So this is going to be on Wurzbach Road. Basically, they're going to be working on the sidewalks and creating better access to the bus stops there for pedestrians. Again, Wurzbach Road from I-10 to Fred Road. Now, this is actually starting out in Blumel first. So this is a 4-phase project, but two-way traffic is expected to be maintained at all times. Businesses and their parking lots will also be accessible to drivers and pedestrians, but this project is going to last a while. It's going to be expected to be finished beginning the start of next year. So we will continue to keep an eye on this situation. Also keeping an eye on the roads right now, Alex Gomez. Alex, happy Monday. How are things looking out there?
RJ, happy Monday. Right now I'm back in the downtown area, and you're right, the crash has been cleared, and check out the left side. That's 35 north, and it's moving a lot faster now. So it's a good way to start off this 7 o'clock hour now, RJ.
Definitely. We will take that for all of our drivers headed out right now. Yeah. Justin.
My question to you, RJ.
Okay.
How many construction projects can they do at once?
A lot.
That is not a shot at textile,
I guess we're finding out.
I'm just impressed. I am impressed. Okay, look at authority radar. We've got some showers up there across the hill country. Not much here in San Antonio. What you're seeing there is ground clutter. So things have really quieted down. You saw, though, with Alex's shot, there's still some clouds. We'll see some clouds early, and then we'll see things improve by the afternoon with partly cloudy skies. Very quickly, I mentioned this earlier, but San Antonio at 19.45 for the year. We are now an inch above average. So the rain has done wonders for us, for the aquifer, for the lakes and rivers. It's all good. So 94 degrees today. We'll have a very small chance for shower, mainly east of town. Then it's a dry week. We will get some of that Saharan dust, though, moving in Wednesday, Thursday, some hazy skies. Then maybe a rain chance late in the weekend as the heat high moves away once again. But this is going to be more of a typical summer.
Okay, well, we can handle the 90s, right? Because we had all this rain.
We haven't been there.
All right. Happy National Wing Day. Good morning, San Antonio. We'll be back.